Howdy ho, friends. Welcome to Pack Dump 2023. This is going to be part 2. We're going to talk about my tactical H2O carry system. We're going to move quick, friends. I've got a storm coming in on me. This is a Condor H2O pouch. You can get them on Amazon. I have no clue how much they run right now. I've got several of them. I got this one here. I've had probably 9 years now. I've got a couple digital camo and then one that was gifted to me. On the back, you do have the MOLLE webbing. It will fit on a MOLLE 2 belt or on an Alice pack or anything that has the MOLLE webbing with it. When you purchase it, all you get is the pouch. There's nothing else to it. On this one, it's got a lot of people will make their own lanyards out of 550, which I don't know how to do that. But I found that this is an actual strap for an old CD case that fits on here perfectly, and it hooks on to both sides of the D-rings right here. And it is moving, but it does swivel so it doesn't get bound up on me. If you notice this little hook right here on the D-ring, this connects to the side of my pack. So, and when I wear it on my left side right here, so when I'm hiking, I have this hooked up to the back of my pack. That way when I'm doing elevation change, it doesn't try to swing around in front of me and get in my way. Just got to remember to disconnect it when you take off the pack. If not, it's going to be ugly. This patch right here, it's upside down. Let's do it right. I found in the woods one day when I was hiking along. So I grabbed it, put it on the top of it. Let's get on to the inside. Now sometimes these zips kind of get bound up on you, and I'm going to give you, since we're here, a very quick tip on how to fix them. You're going to want to get any kind of waxed based chapstick and just simply go through the zips with it like this. And you don't want to use the Vaseline based ones, it just don't work, but it lubricates the zippers and makes them a lot easier to open and close, especially on a humid day like this. Anyway, so this sucker will fit. You can see on the inside, it's pretty freaking big. It will fit the 32-ounce Nalgene water bottle. Also, the Stanley cook set will slide in there perfectly. And of course, I use the Stanley Cantina. Yes, it freaking leaks. It's probably started leaking a day after I started using it. All I did is do some duct tape on there. It works freaking perfectly. I know I should change it. People have gifted me new ones, but I've been using this so long, I kind of don't want to get rid of it. Why I'm not using the Nalgene water bottle? Well, this is stainless. I could pull the lid off of it, and if I have to, I can boil water in this without any problem at all. You can't do that in a Nalgene water bottle. The good thing is this is insulated. It keeps your water cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter. It does have a little hole here in the top. I don't know if the new ones have it or not, but it has a little hole here so you can put a straw through it. I haven't seen the new ones. Let's go over here to the... Okay, we got to start pulling stuff off of this so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. Come here. This front pouch right here that's attached to it. You can keep a lot of gear in there, but this is where I keep all my camera equipment and my cell phone. Yes, there's a Ziploc bag. But if I was just out doing like a day hike, I always throw some protein bars in there. Just to give me to take care of the munchies. Take care of my munchies. I better enunciate a little bit better. It does have the hole in the bottom, which is very freaking important because when this condensates, it builds up a lot of water and it drains out, and also helps when it's raining, like today, in case this gets wet. On the pouch that comes attached to it, it does have the MOLLE webbing, and there's a lot of room to put gear on there. For instance, I keep my radio here, and then it clips on this little clip so I don't lose it when I'm hiking. Okay, these side pouches right here, and yes, they go through the MOLLE webbing, as you can see right there. I found at the Amazon store, and I probably bought 20 of them for like 10 bucks. I don't know what they're used for, but I know what I'm using them for. But they weave into the MOLLE webbing perfectly and lock in there. So we're going to take a look at this one. It's got 2 compartments, and then inside both compartments it has another smaller compartment. And this one's kind of empty right now. And I've got a lighter in this one. You could probably carry a small first aid kit if you were just out on a day hike just using this. This front one right here, it's got my ID and all that, and these little bitty pill pocket bags that I use. Well, these were being used for when I was panning for gold, but now I just left them in there. This one has the first of 3 flashlights. I like this one because it's got that little red to it. So that's the first one. Zip this little guy up. Now here in the front part, this little pouch right here, I keep a spare set of glasses. I'll carry at least 2 sets with me, for God forbid I break one set and I'm not able to see out here. That's not a good thing when you're trying to navigate. And a Sharpie. You're not going to believe this, but these Sharpies come in real freaking handy. So, oh, what is that? I don't know what that bug was. Alright, so that covers that one here. We're going to go over to this one on the side. We're going to start in the first pouch right here in the front. This I carry with me. I didn't used to, but now I carry it year-round because you never know. This is a Midland weather radio. And let's turn it on. So it has the warning on it. Once you have this activated, if there's a weather warning in your area, it will set off the alarm. And you've heard that in some of my Trekking Tuesday videos where I got caught off guard by a storm. Or you can come down with it and get the weather forecast. Oh, heat advisory. Okay. I keep this on the side pouch right here. Let's close that little guy up. Now on the inside here, you can, bird, I've got 2 more of these little baby flashlights. Trust me, you cannot have enough flashlights out here. These are nice because you can, let me turn those off so they don't wash out the camera. They've got these little clips on them. You can clip them on you can clip them on your gear, on your pack, and light up your entire campsite. Notice the white tape I put on there. Once you drop these at night in the vegetation that's around here, like I'm in the middle of a freaking stinging nettle patch, and if I drop it out there, there is no way in heck you're going to be able to find it, especially if they're black, and the white tape helps that out. So let's seal this compartment up. Mat with thunder. Here I got, that's either a yep, that's a butterfly. I thought it was a wasp for a minute. I just got another power brick. I've also got one in my camera gear bag, but I'm carrying this with this H2O pouch. Just comes in handy. Like I said, there's a lot of room in there. I know people that have put entire cook sets and built a survival setup out of one of these pouches. Now, I think we covered the pouch itself. I carry this with me all the time. If I go more than 10 foot out of the camp, this is with me because I got everything in there I need. Now we're going to get into a subject. Where is it? It's kind of touchy. I'm going to try to keep it very brief. I'm not sure how to explain this, but we're going to be talking about the radios that I carry with me. I got 2 different ones. And I could do a whole series on these radios, but I'm not going to. I'll give you a brief introduction, and then I can send you to a YouTube channel where a gentleman knows what he's talking about. He can actually help you get your amateur radio licensing. He can talk about the MERS system, the GMR system, and all that. How to set up one of these radios and program them. He's the best gentleman to ask questions to. All right, we're going to start with this one here. This is the one that everybody loves to hate. And I need to actually get my glasses for you guys. Well, this come in handy. This is my backup pair. Hey, I can see. It's a miracle. This is the Baofeng, or Baofeng, however you want to pronounce it. It's a Chinese radio. You can find them on Amazon anywhere from $20 to $30. It's a very cheap radio. This one is the UV5R, an old style. The new version of this radio you have to jailbreak because the FCC kind of put sanctions on them, let's put it that way, in order to get it to do what I'm doing. This radio is very capable of transmitting on amateur radio frequencies since the 2 meter. So you have to have a license to do that. But there's a loophole. I'm trying to be careful on how I talk about this so I don't get myself in trouble and give the wrong information. There's a slight loophole. A slight one, very slightly. Use the frequencies called friendly radio frequencies. I probably mispronounced that. Try to say that real fast. That are basically family walkie-talkie frequencies. With this radio, you can transmit on them at low with no problem at all. What I have programmed into this radio right now, and why I'm carrying it, I need to cover that first, is I'm hiking along the Missouri River. There's a lot of places I don't get cell phone service. So I use this radio for an emergency situation only, or talk to friends that are coming out to meet me. There is the MERS frequency, and there's a GMRO frequency, I think. I'm not sure. You'll have to have a license to talk on those. But there's a GMR repeater not far from me that I can listen to these guys. So if I get in trouble, I can talk to them. Those are in the lower band frequencies. The licensing for that is not that hard to get. You go on the FCC website, you fill out a form, you can register your family members, you pay a one-time fee, and I think it lasts from 3 to 5 years. So with that covered, that's a big freaking ant. Gosh, it's kind of stumbling on this one. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. With that covered, you can talk on that frequency. Now you've got your 2 meter frequencies. You cannot transmit on them. Don't even think about it unless it's an emergency situation. So what do I have programmed in here? The family-friendly frequencies, which is a tongue twister right now. The MERS system, because there's a repeater right over there. The Marina, which is called C, because I'm by the river and I can get to the Coast Guard and talk to them. That's another frequency you can talk on, but only if you're close to water, and that's the Marina frequency. And then I've got 2, maybe 3 amateur radio 2 meter repeater stations programmed here. Now let's say if I'm going out into an area, say let's say Arkansas, and I'm not carrying a spot or a Garmin InTouch Research personal locator with me, I find whatever amateur radio clubs are in that area and put their frequencies into the scanner to get a hold of them, along with the National Search and Rescue frequency, but I'm understanding now they're not monitoring it. Well, this is a tongue twister, and we're picking something up. Okay, another thing is, before you say it, it's not illegal to own this radio. It's illegal to transmit on an amateur radio frequency, just screwing around. But in an emergency situation, you can transmit any frequency you want, okay? You just have to say, and amateur radio operators out there, please correct me if I'm wrong, you got to speak real slow, and the first sentence is, I am an unlicensed station. I have emergency traffic. Give a description of where you're at, and what's happened, or what has happened, and then give them your location, such as GPS or landmarks in that area. You want to do that, key off, wait a couple minutes, and then do it again. Do it again several different times, and then go to another frequency, because sometimes they'll hear you, but you can't hear them. Okay, well, I'm not going to get into the settings of the radio, but there's another one that's really easy. So if let's say I'm out trying to find a frequency in an emergency situation to transmit with, I automatically start scanning with this radio. When it scans all the frequencies I have put in there until it finds the one with somebody talking on it, and it locks on that frequency so I can talk to them and get help. Okay, so once again, not illegal to own, illegal to transmit, and honestly, not that hard to get your amateur radio's license, and it's a freaking fun hobby too. I suggest going for it. Now, if you're wondering if I have mine, maybe. I don't want to give away too many of my secrets. Okay, so I carry this when I'm on the river or in the back country, anywhere I can't get cell service. The next one, I'm going to grab a drink because I'm a little bit perched. It is my trusty scanner. I'm going to be brief on this one. Like I said, there's too many other good channels out there to give you the information. I carry this when I'm exploring the cliffs on the Hobo Highway. Okay, I do that. Well, you hear that noise right there? That's actually a train not too far from us. That's a clicking noise a train makes. The head of the train makes a noise, and the end of the train makes a noise. And then you can hear it 2 miles out, so you know there's a train coming. I just gave away a secret. Anyway, I carry this when I hike the Hobo, or better rephrase that, when I explore the cliffs on the Hobo Highway so I can hear what's going on. Also, I have some amateur radio stations programmed in there and a couple other things like that. And before you say, well, Bob, let's turn this off. Bob, isn't it illegal to have those frequencies? And to answer your question, no. The FCC requires every frequency there is used to be listed for the public to see. Now that is one big freaking spider. Anyway, it's coming this way. To see, anyway, I'm sorry, I got distracted by the big spider. To see, it's on a website. You can find them on FCC's website or go to another site. All these frequencies are listed. You can put them in your scanner. That includes fire, police, military, the space shuttle, and your cell phone. But there's one problem. A lot of those are encrypted or digital, and with an ordinary off-the-shelf scanner, you can't listen to them, but they're listed. But you can listen to like railroad or other kind of traffic around the area, and it's really fun. All right, I think we covered everything, and hopefully I kept this video short. So this has been a look at my tactical H2O carry system. If you have any questions or anything you think you would add to it, please put it down in the comment section. And like always, friends, thanks for watching.